statement. Maybe just talk about what your bowl week experience has been like so far and how you're enjoying the week.
All right. Thank you for having me. It's been a great experience so far. I want to thank, the Chick-fil-A Bowl committee and getting us here. And it's been a great experience for our players. I know they've enjoyed it. A lot of really neat events. And I know one thing that our guys are excited about is, being in Atlanta. I was a former high school coach here. It's people here love football, high school or college football, and it's been a great atmosphere. We're looking forward to playing a really good football team, and we still got a lot of things that we're here to try to accomplish. Being one of the first Auburn teams, or one of the very few Auburn teams to win 11 games in a regular season. I think our guys have been really motivated, and then to be in a first-class bowl like we are right now, I think it's exciting, and we're looking forward to playing.
All right, thanks, Coach. All right, Jarrett, I'm going to ask you a tough question here. The Panda picked you guys to win. You guys won the Battle for Bowl Week championship belt. At this point, is there any reason to play the game?
Absolutely. I mean, obviously the battle for the bowl week, for the belt and everything was a lot of fun. But Coach Lindsey's nailed it on the head. I mean, it's UCF's a great team, and we're going to have to play our very best game to win the game.
All right, Daniel, how about you? What was your favorite bowl week event so far?
Yesterday we did Drop It Like It's Hot. It's kind of a trivia kind of game, and so it was me, Jarrett, KJ, and Tucker Brown were up there, and we put out quite the dominating performance. So that was a lot of fun. What's that?
Luckily, no dancing was involved with that group.
Yes, no dancing, just trivia. So we did well, and then we've had a lot of fun events the past few days, and it's always just a fun time to spend time with your teammates, and obviously get work too in preparation for a very special bowl game.
All right, thanks for that. Okay, all right, I guess we're ready. We'll go ahead and open up for Q&A. Raise your hand. We'll get you a microphone. As usual, please give us your name and affiliation and to whom you're addressing your question. All right, you're leading me off again, right? Let's go. Make something up.
Christian Brewy, WFTV. Coach, could you just talk to the UCF defense, what you see from them? The last couple games, they really got lit up, but what have you seen over the whole season from them?
Well, the last couple of games, obviously, they played some really good offenses. That league has a lot of really good offenses in it. And, the thing I see is a really athletic defense. The guys that are playing with a lot of confidence. They run to the ball well, tackle well, very well coached. I think it's a defense that probably has been one of the best ones in their league. Obviously, later in the year, you play better teams and so forth. But, I think it's a defense that definitely can give you some issues, and we need to play really well to have an opportunity to win.
All right, next question. Where are we going? Raise your hand, please. All right, let's go back over here, right side, about halfway back.
Josh Bain from AL.com. Chip, their offense gets a lot of attention because they do lead the nation in scoring. Do you feel like that puts more pressure on you guys to have to score some more points? I realize every game you want to score as many as you can, but based on the matchup, is there a little more pressure in this matchup?
I don't think so. I think we're really trying to focus on, what we're trying to be good at on our side of the ball, and let Coach Steele worry about trying to stop those guys, to be honest with you. But, I think, for us, we've really tried to focus on being who we are and doing what we do well. I think any good coach tries to do that, and then, as the game goes, different strategy and so forth plays out. But, we got enough issues worrying about their defense, to be honest with you.
All right, next question, please. I know it's early, guys. Okay, here we go. Back to tried and true.
Coach, can you give us an update on Kerryon Johnson and how he's looked injury-wise, and do you feel like he'll be ready to go on Monday?
Yeah, he's been great. He's practiced every day. Looks like the old Kerryon to me, so excited to get him back out on the field.
All right, anything for the players? All right, back over here.
Jared, to piggyback off that, what have you seen from Kerryon in practice? And also, can you just address, what a healthy Kerryon gives your offense?
Yeah, no, Coach Lindsey said it. Kerryon's looked great. Every day in practice, looks like the old Kerryon, running around a lot. Smiling a lot. He likes to do that. So, it's been good having him back. Healthy and everything. And I think it's pretty obvious to see what he brings to the offense every day. He's an extremely great person, a great football player, knows what to do and when to do it and how to do it. So, it's just a testament to him and how hard he's worked over the years. And he's obviously a big part of this offense.
All right. Over here, row 3 on the left, please.
Daniel and Jarrett, could you talk about the visit to the hospital yesterday and the kids you visited?
Yeah, that obviously very special for us to have the ability kind of, give back and put some smiles on some faces. And so I can't remember where Jarrett was, but I know I was in basically a room where there are a few different patients and kids that had, been through some unfortunate circumstances. And we got to just hang out. We played lots of Connect 4 and Jenga with them and just get to enjoy talking to them. And, we passed out some Chick-fil-A cows and Auburn wristbands and stuff. So just a fun opportunity for us to hang out and kind of put our lives in perspective, coming straight from practice basically, kind of you have to change your mindset and, you realize that football is, still just a sport and that these kids, are going through so much tougher things in their life. So very, very cool opportunity to hang out with some of those kids.
Yeah, no, I think it was a great opportunity, like Daniel said. Like you said, it puts things into perspective. Some of these kids are fighting for their lives every day, and we're out here playing a game. So, and at the same time, it's kind of why you play, college football, to have this kind of platform to reach out to kids like that and just, not only change, their life, but it changes ours too. So it was a fun opportunity for sure.
All right, well said. All right, next question, please. Raise your hand. We'll get you a microphone. All right. Yep, right here, row 3.
Jarrett, Christian Brewery, WFTV. UCF's defense, coach talked about giving up a little bit of yards in that league, but they seem to be opportunistic with turnovers. How do you avoid the big mistake against these guys?
Yeah, no, you just got to take care of the football. Obviously they have a great offense behind them, and their defense is, like you said, very athletic. They run to the ball very well. So we just got to take care of the ball. And for the most part, we've done a good job of that. This year, we've had some critical turnovers in some pretty big games, but we just got to do a better job of holding on to the ball and not giving it to them.
Where we going? Okay, all the way in the back right here.
Jarrett, Justin McNally with WSFA out of Montgomery. You look at where you were at just a year ago. You transferred to Auburn. Did you consider putting yourself in this situation where this team's at now, just 1 year later?
Yeah, it's it's funny, like looking back on it. I didn't really know how everything would play out, but I'm thrilled with the outcome. Obviously, we had hoped to win the SEC championship and so on and so forth, but to be in a New Year's Six Bowl like the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, it's a very big opportunity for this team. Like Coach Lindsey said, win 11 games. That hasn't been done very much at Auburn. So yeah, I'm very, very thrilled with the outcome, and hopefully we can finish it out.
All right, next question. Where we go? Okay, we're going to go row 4, far left.
Yeah, follow up to that, Jarrett. Just after all the controversy at Baylor, is Auburn everything you expected it to be? And go over real quick why you chose Auburn again.
Yeah, no, I love Auburn. And if I had to do it over again, I'd choose Auburn again. Auburn, to me, is full of great people. And, I like to surround myself with great people, teammates, coaches, support staff, professors. Everybody's just, really wonderful at Auburn. And I think anybody can see that if you come and visit the Plains. It's just a great place. And, like I said, if I had to do it over again, I'd do the same thing.
All right, next question. Tell you, I want to ask Daniel. Daniel, have you had a chance to scout out Mercedes-Benz yet, and are you looking forward to kicking in there?
Yes, I mean obviously the SEC championship game in there, and then I even took a tour of it one time. So definitely a very, very cool stadium, and you know it's an awesome atmosphere, and for a kicker it's great. No wind or anything to worry about. So very excited to play in that atmosphere, and you know we should be able to make it a nice loud atmosphere for our team.
All right, we got time for a few more. Anything else, guys? Raise your hand. All right, back over here again on the far left.
Yeah, back to Jarrett. Jarrett, can you obviously recruiting is a big business now. What advice would you give quarterbacks, top-notch quarterbacks coming out of high school when choosing a school? I mean, do you have to really look at the offense, school, everything? Just talk about that a little bit.
Well, yeah, first off, they should come to Auburn. But no, it's, looking back on it, which, I've gone through it twice now. I had a little bit better perspective the second time around, just because I, obviously played. But, I mean, yeah, you got to look at a lot of things. Obviously, you got to look at the depth chart. You got to look at, who's coming back, who's leaving. You have to look at, receivers, offensive line, running backs. You have to, understand what kind of defense you have behind you. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. Quarterback's a really big position. So, I mean, there's a lot that goes into it, like I said. But, at the end of the day, kids just got to do what's best for them and their family. And, as long as you're happy, I think you can make the best out of any circumstance. So that's what it really comes down to, I think.
All right, anything else, guys? All right, we're going to go all the way back to the back right again, please.
Daniel, you weighed the possibility last year of leaving early and going to the NFL draft. Now, with this being your last game in an Auburn uniform, any thoughts or emotions running through your mind?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a little time to reflect and, thinking back to where I was last year and, the decision I made to come back, couldn't be more happy to, be able to play an extra year with this group of guys and these coaches and with this university. It's been a blessing on my life, on my family's life. Getting to play with my little brother has been really special. And, I'm excited about the future, but I'm really just trying to enjoy the moment right now, and it's been an awesome ride.
I'll ask each of you, we'll just do a quick opening statement. Ryan, talk about the event last night and winning the belt and how much fun that was.
Oh, it was definitely fun out there competing. Obviously winning the belt, it was great. It was a great thing for us, and it was just having fun out there and being with the team and being with UCF, and it was a great event. It was just glad we got the belt.
All right. Austin, was the competition ever in doubt, or you think you guys had it the whole way?
I mean, I knew we were going to win, but it did come down to the last game. We actually had to do a playoff kind of thing, overtime, and it was really fun. Both teams really competed hard, and we had a lot of juice, so that made it even better.
All right. Kerryon, what was your favorite event during the week?
I'll probably say the thing last night was really fun. That's one of the best bowl site things that I've done since I've been here at Auburn. So I think that was a really good idea, and it was executed very well, and we won, so that made it a little better.
All right. Braden, who I'm sure you guys have been taking turns wearing the belt around. Who's been dominating that thing since last night?
It's hard to tell. I mean, I've seen Jeff with it quite a bit. Really, I haven't seen it too much. It's been flowing around so much, so it's hard to tell with just one single person.
All right. And how did you do in face-off? Were you in towards the end, or did you go out early?
I was midway. I lost on top of a Christmas tree, more a star and angel. I thought it was an angel, but someone convinced me it was a star, so I got out. But
yeah,
I really knew the real question.
I know what you mean, man. I went out on the same one. That was a tough one. All right. All right, thanks, guys. All right, we'll go ahead and open it up for questions. Raise your hand. We'll get you a microphone. Oh, love you.
Christian Brewy, WFTV. Kerryon, Coach Lindsey was up here, and they said that you looked like the old Kerryon Johnson. How have you felt through practices, and do you feel 100% for Monday?
Yeah, I feel 100% finally, or as close to 100% as you can get at this point. I felt really good. I've been running like my old self, making moves like my old self. So that's given me confidence. That's made me happy, and I'm ready to see what I can do in a real game now.
All right, next question. Where are we going, guys? Raise your hand. We'll get you a microphone. Okay, row 3 over here on the left, guys.
Kerryon, could you talk about your visit to the hospital yesterday and what that meant to you and to the people you visited?
Well, to me personally, it meant a lot because, you know, if you've ever seen a post I've made, I have a friend, Austin, who was in that same exact hospital. So it was kind of like a surreal moment to go back again and, you know, just bond with more kids in similar situations. You know, some kids didn't get to go home for Christmas. And I think about how much I complain about just getting 5 days off to go home for Christmas. And some of those kids are still in the hospital and still will be in the hospital for a long time. So for me personally, that's kind of what I thought of. I thought about going back to visit him, and, you know, I'm happy that he's not there anymore, and I'm happy that he's doing fine. But that's what went through my mind. As a team, that's something, or for the 20 guys that went, that's something that can't be replaced. You know, we're on such a high pedestal. We've got so many opportunities that those kids may never have, and just to share that with some fans and some not, and play games with them and see them smile when maybe they haven't in a while. I mean, that's a tremendous life achievement.
All right, next question. All right, let's not let him off that easy. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, all the way here in the back right.
Ryan, this has been a breakout season for you. Kind of what's really been working for you on the field during 2017?
Really just me just getting different opportunities, and me just getting in space. And Coach Lindsey does a great job of just using me and using me to my strengths, which is kind of getting me in space and kind of let me do my thing with the ball and my hands and stuff like that. So he just did a great job of just putting me in a position for me to excel at my strengths, and I feel like I was just able to showcase that this year.
All right, next question. All right, we're going to go over here on the right side, halfway back.
Josh Bean from AL.com. For both of the linemen, it's obvious when you look at Kerryon's production what he means to the offense. But can you guys just talk about what you guys have seen from him in practice and, you know, again, how important he is to the offense?
Austin, let's start with you.
Well, obviously, whenever he's on the field at 100%, it's a totally different feeling out there. You know, when you got him back there, I mean, there's no question in my mind he's the best back in the country. So he's I was kidding. He does a great job. He's been running around really good. He looks like he did when we were playing Georgia the first time, and can't wait to see him play on Monday.
All right, Braden.
Obviously, you see him on film. I mean, you just get a little bit of a crease and he's gone. I mean, he's a big playmaker, so he's explosive. And I mean, every time he's out there, you know, you got a good shot to do great things. And of course, I mean, he's done great all year. I mean, first team all everything. So, I mean, he's great back. And there's a bunch more things I could say about him, but I'll leave it at that.
All right, we're going to go over here on the end, row 4.
Yeah, for maybe Kerryon and Austin, how much pride do you guys take in playing in the SEC? A lot of people consider it the best conference in college football. And were you guys taken aback when you heard Adrian Killens of UCF say that the SEC hasn't seen speed like UCF has?
Kerryon, go ahead.
You know, that just is what it is. You know, obviously we're not really a trash talking type. So, you know, if that's what he thinks, that's what he thinks. Bottom line is, once Monday comes, we've got to go out there and we've got to show it's different. if we don't, then what he says is correct, and if we do, then what he says is wrong. That's just how life goes. But I know I watch football a lot, and I play in this league, and it's without a doubt the best league there is. When you look week in, week out, brutality, and, you know, if some of these teams run the SEC, they wouldn't lose nearly as many. If you take Mississippi State with its quarterback out of the SEC, they're a top 10 team. And, I mean, it's just simple as that. So, you know, it is what it is. We knock each other around all year, and then they get to the bowl game, and we'll drop one to someone else, and, you know, it just is what it is.
All right, and then you said also Austin?
I agree 100%. I think the SEC is the best conference in the country for the most part, year in and year out. And for me, I'm definitely not into the trash talking or anything. I'm not really even a guy that puts much on social media, so that really means nothing to me. And like Kerryon said, we'll find out Monday who the better team is.
All right, I think we have one over here on the left. Doug?
What does UCF's defense do well that will challenge all, maybe differently than any other team this season?
Ryan, let's start with you.
They're very disruptive. Well, definitely with number 18, Shaquem, he does a great job, and I feel like they feed off him and his energy and passion, giving you different looks. They try to keep everything in front of them. You know, being in that league, it's pretty much a passing league, high-scoring league. So then with them guys, they try to keep everything in front of you and, you know, try to keep you from beating them passing and different things like that. So they try to give you different looks and, you know, try to you know, confuse you and things of that nature.
All right. Austin, how about you?
I think they play with a lot of passion and a lot of juice. In my opinion, 18 is probably the best pass rusher I'll go against all year. I think he's a very good player. I have a lot of respect for the style of football that he plays. He's very good. They fly around the ball. Like I said, we look forward to the matchup. We think it's going to be a great game, and hope we come out on top.
Kerryon, what about you?
I think overall, their whole defense plays with a lot of heart. I mean, they're very solid all around, but and one thing they do well is, like Ryan said, they are disruptive. They like to shoot gaps and get back in the backfield and wreak havoc. And 18 is kind of that lifeline that does, or it begins with him. They have other people that do it as well, but it begins with him. So they're going to be motivated to play this game. So that's going to make them go even harder. And if we don't let them disrupt us, then that'll be a huge advantage to our offense.
All right. Braden?
When you look on film, of course, you see them. They're athletic. They run to the ball. They get after it. But at the end of the day, we just got to be able to go out there and execute. I mean, they're a great team, and they're a reason that they're undefeated. So we got to go out there and just execute.
All right. Go over here about halfway back on the left.
Guys, how much did you know about UCF before they were announced as your opponent? And I guess, were you following them at all throughout their season?
All right, go ahead.
Really, during the season, we kind of focused on us, really, so we wasn't really too focused on other opponents. But, you know, obviously we watch TV and ESPN, so you hear about them, hear about their high-scoring offense and things like that. But really, we know they're undefeated, so obviously going to hear about them a lot more. So, I mean, we really wasn't too focused on them until we got announced that we were going to play them. That's when our focus leaned towards UCF.
All right. Kerryon, what about you?
I didn't hear much about them. You know, I watch our opponents and who we're going to play the next week, and so they weren't on that list. So I didn't hear much about them until we got announced to play them, and then that's when you start going back and obviously you watch their games and all that. So didn't hear much about them, kind of focused on who we were playing that next week or we played the week before.
All right, we've got time for one or two more. Raise your hand. We'll get you a microphone. Where are we going to go? Okay, we're going to go all the way back here in the back right.
This can be for any player up there. The last time you guys were here was a month ago in the SEC championship game. Is there going to be any memories, or are you trying to put that behind you when you head out here to play on Monday?
All right. Austin, you want to handle that one?
Sure. Yeah, obviously that game was a disappointment. Our team is trying to look at it as a chance to redeem ourselves in the stadium, come out and play much better than we did the first time we were here. But at the end of the day, you got to put that game behind you. You can't let Georgia beat us twice. That's what Coach always says, and that's what we got to do. We got to go out and be able to perform to our ability come Monday.
All right. Braden, what about you?
I mean, just going back to the stadium, I mean, we're looking forward to this game. I mean, of course, last game we played in the stadium didn't turn out the way we wanted it to, but the goal is to win and, of course, get the bitter taste out of our mouth and set up the team for next year for great success.